Ladies and gents, I can't even take this seriously. I present to you 69-0. And this is actually not the first time we've ever done this. We did have the nicest AoE2 map back in December of 2020, but it's been a bit. And so the creator of the map decided to add more 69s, and it is apparently more balanced. So yeah, here we are. We do have 8 players out there. Everything on the map is shaped like 69. Nice. What is this? There's a waterfall? Wow, that's a big waterfall. I could see that from the moon. Anyways, let's get our introductions in, shall we? You've got kings out there we'll have to pay attention to. And, there's plenty of resources to take. We've got Daniel Sari here in the red, playing as the Portuguese. In the green, we've got Amoxicillin playing as the Persians. In the yellow, we've got Malay for John. Down here in the blue, looks like there's 4 players on a 6 and 4 players on the 9. We've got Real Fluff Bucket, who, shout out to Real Fluff Bucket, is the creator of the map. It says, let's all be friends. Yes. Here we have Gondir. Gondir already walling up, scared of the world, playing as the Gurjaras in the teal. In the purple, we have the Poles for Robert the Moose. In the orange here, we've got Sally playing as the Cumans. And then in the gray, we have Emperor in a bucket. All right, the talking point is already obvious to me. Sally is a legend, has a legend video, and deserved one probably even before I did it. As been in so many community games over the years, very well known for being good in community games. And then the highest rated player after Sally is right here, Emperor in a bucket. So they're sharing space on the 9, which is maybe not so nice. Looks ridiculous. I mean, there's really a lot of attention to detail here. Like, look where the relics are, guys. The relics are in the 9 and the 6, which makes it a lot more obvious that it's a 6 and a 9 if you look at it from the minimap. So that is some attention to detail here. You also have a 69 made out of dolphins over here. Look at that. 6, 9, okay. They're kind of hard to see, but players should definitely dock that and take the resources there. Overall, I mean, maybe someone else can do the math on how many 69s we have here, but there's a lot. Wait! What if there's 69 69s? Oh my god. Guys, somebody count them fast. Someone count them. Okay, so we've got 8 players, right? Let's do simple math. We've got 8 players. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 per player. So that's 32. We then have how many wood lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 40. How many fish? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to be so disappointed. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's 48. Then we've got 50, right? So we need 18 more. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we've got 57. Guys, I don't know. I think, have I missed some? Oh, I think unfortunately. Is this a tiny 69? No. Ruined. It's not 69 69s. Well, we tried. Lots of conversation. Let's take a look at some of the things that I've missed here. Just chatting up. Hello, neighbor. Okay, didn't see the fish, says red. Gotcha. Sally says hello to yellow. They're being cool. You can walk on water, heads up, says Real Fluff Bucket, the creator of the map. Trying to be helpful. I like it. Yeah, literally unplayable. Exactly. Unless I miscounted something somewhere, I will trust someone in the comments of either the stream here or the YouTube video in the future to correct us. But yeah, there's not going to be as many 69s on the map as players are going to work their way some of the resources. From one bucket to another, want to ally. Oh, there's 2 buckets! Oh, man, I'm slacking. I'm rusty, guys. My skills have really declined. How did I not pick up on that? I guess I got distracted. Look at this. Sally says, hey, Teal, thought I'd slide into the DMs of my future friend. How's it going? That's Sally for you. Sally knows how to choose allies. And Sally gets into those DMs really early. My 69 wood is now a 64. Imagine spending years of your life. Or I don't know, maybe not years. Maybe a few months. Maybe 6 months, 9 months, something like that. Getting into a community game finally, having it be Regicide Diplo, and then having it be this map. I'm not sure if I should congratulate people or apologize to them, but I am sorry. All right. So, what is the long term going to look like on this map? Also, hello, hi, welcome. You're welcome for the content. Glad you could make it. What is the wood count like on this map? So, it's 200 wood per baobab tree. And there's 2,600 of them. That's a lot. But is that a lot compared to a normal map? I don't necessarily think so. Things are also very open, so I guess maybe the game won't go on that long because it is so open. Now, something I should say now, because I'm not sure, I haven't tested it. This Capture Age program was set up to track kings from normal Regicide games. And this is a scenario. So I'm hoping, because right now it seems to be tracking the kings properly. Like here it shows me this one's not garrisoned. I'm hoping that if a king is killed or threatened in some way, my program will show it. But because it's a scenario and it's all attached to triggers, I'm thinking there's a slight chance it might not actually activate if kings go down. So we might have a bit of T90 blind. I apologize in advance. We'll look at the total stockpiles for the players down here. You can tell fast castle's the goal. You can tell which players aren't really fishing that heavily as well. Fishing is the name of the game. We've got green fishing on a 69. We've got red on a 69. Yellow on a 69. Blue, also 69. Teal, orange. Did gray not dock? What? Emperor in a bucket not docking? I don't believe that. I thought he was like 1,500. Did he not dock? Am I blind? I don't think he docked. He's the only one that didn't dock. Huh. That's pretty wild. Okay. There is water pouring into the market. I hope this looks epic after the market completes. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Let's face it, I already got my hopes up. Did anyone else even know that there were waterfalls that looked like this in the scenario editor? I knew there were the old classic blue waterfalls, but this looks a lot more realistic. What if you could, like, throw your militia in a little canoe and just go, whee! Okay, market will go up. Probably block the beautiful waterfall. Ah, man. Jeez, what are you doing, John? Come on, there's not a water... Oh, wait. Oh, okay, we can stare at this one. And there's none down here. And there's one over here. All right, that's good. Now, here's an important question that needs to be asked. Can you hide a unit in that? Because what I'm thinking is, you put your king behind the waterfall. Huh? That's pretty good. Market here. So apparently we're going to have some early trade. Or maybe no. No. Maybe Sally just wanted the market. Green says, don't tell me. Oh, no. Moxa, someone says, none of my fishing ships were fishing. Oh, geez. Sad times. Yeah, you can tell because all the fish is still here. That's painful. Only just finished my market, red. Okay, so there... It seems like on this side we're going to have red and yellow working together. Teal says, so far, so good. What else do we have here? Excuse me. Where is that? So far, so good. Hope we can do a strong alliance as neighbor. All right. So now, guys, we have quite a few people who haven't played in community games before. I think it's a first for Daniel. I think it's a first for John. I think it's a first for Gondir. And Robert the Moose rings a bell, but it could have been another Moose name. I don't know if he's played in many. And yes, they are out here killing dolphins. The only player that hasn't focused on docking has been Emperor in a Bucket, but he did actually place a mill here. Now, guys, I have a funny story. I don't know if I've ever told this one. So there was a point where, I'd met my now girlfriend, and, we're talking about what we do for jobs and whatnot. And the response I get when I say what I do is very different. Half of people think it's awesome, and then the other half think I live in my mom's basement, Talk about a 20-year-old video game on the internet. It's not really something that makes people think, oh, yeah, this guy's hugely successful, right? So anyways, we're talking, and, I always have that slight concern. Okay, what's this person going to think? And I tell her what I do. She was like, wow, that's really cool, blah, blah, blah. And so she's like, all right, let me look you up. She looks up my videos. She texts back, what's dolphin nothing? Now, you guys might be like, whatever. Like, well, why is that a big deal? It's because I forgot to tell you she's a marine biologist. So I had to explain to her how the whole concept of Dolphin Nothing was to eat endless amounts of dolphins. And how my community thought that was a very enjoyable thing to watch. And her career is based on, you know, saving dolphins. And so, you know, I explained it. You know, she was like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of weird, but you're a pretty weird guy too, so we're good." So, but yeah, I don't know if I brought that up before, because nothing maps just shoot to the top of recommendations, I guess, because they do really well. I was thinking if it would be suitable. Sally, stop it with your perfect chat. My goodness, we could set up some trading outposts? ? Yes, I have a market in the far north. Start trade ASAP. Sally says starting mine, and Sally's going to place the market in this waterfall. And there was no waterfall here, which is quite sad. And we'll see if we get a waterfall over here. What's up with Green's uptime? Well, Green had about 15 fishing ships that apparently were not bringing in food for a while. So that could be part of it. But yeah, Green still isn't in Castle Age. That's true. At the same time, I think Green's economy is not that bad, though. 53 eco. Should have the food to go up. I don't understand at this point why we haven't seen it. Yeah, I mean, the resources are there. I guess just waiting on the buildings. I would definitely give extra props to someone who would possibly make their buildings in the shape of a 69. I think that'd be too much effort, though. And now Sally is just extending his chat to other people. Hey, Gray, want to join in with the trade to yellow? And Sally says, yes, we are friends. And, do you mind joining the trade? And then Sally, okay, so they're both asking each other to join the trade at the same time, which is kind of funny. Got it. So Yellow's doing what I've talked about many times, just try and talk to people, try and get as many alliances as possible for the long run. Did she rage about it? No, she didn't rage about it. Nerdy Blondie, I assume you are going on a walk, or maybe you have fallen asleep, or maybe your cat is currently on the keyboard. We have removed your comment because something happened there. And I know you from my chat, so I'm going to assume that it's one of those three things. Yeah, maybe you have the phone, like your phone in your pocket as you're on a walk or something. You just completely butt dialed. Sorry, my cat walked on the keyboard. Okay, it's fine. See, I got it. I knew it was one of those three things. You're good. You're good. Why I keep my cats locked out, man. Nah, I actually feel bad. I used to love having cat cam up, but I have so many wires, and I just don't. They just get up to no good. Imagine if one of my 200 wires was chewed through and I couldn't figure out which one it was. What a disaster that would be. So I try and keep them out of the whole streaming room these days. Okay, economically, Sally's killing it. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I think it might actually be good for Emperor in a Bucket long term to have the lower score. Water really boosts your score, and when you have the highest score, players are worried about you. So it is adding fish, but they're just adding fish much later. Now, guys, you can farm on this terrain. You can build on this terrain, okay? So it's not like you can't do anything with it. And John, the most observant player in the games, has just noticed even the fish are in a 69. Yes, they are, John. Horny porpoises, yes. But yeah, guys, I think Malay might actually be one of the best civilizations here. I do not say that a lot in community games. But with how dominant Malay can be on water maps, I could see them doing quite well in the long term. Lots of laughing, lots of 69 jokes because we're all adults. We're about to have another waterfall go into market. Seems to me like red wants to trade this direction with the way those markets are set up. But purple wants to trade this direction. Lots of trade, lots of eco. I feel like you could probably win this game with only water control. It would certainly keep your king safe. Look at the king on the move right now for Emperor in a Bucket. Nobody wants to be the first person to die. And Emperor in a Bucket is going to add a tower and probably put the king inside that tower. It's a safe play. What you can do is build the tower, place your king inside of it, set the gather point for that tower within the castle. So what happens is the tower gets destroyed, boom, king into castle. That's so you don't accidentally eject your king when you're trying to eject a Treb or a Boyar or whatever unit later on. Got a Siberian cat. Okay. We have two tuxedos. And I never had tuxedos before these two, and they, you know, with the two that we have, they are very consistent in that they have a lot of personality, which we really like. Sometimes it's too much personality. But I kind of like it. It's like a mix of having a cat and a dog. Not quite Maine Coon level. Because my sister has a Maine Coon. Their Maine Coon, sorry. Adorable cat, but a little bit more dog-like. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let's talk water, Civ. So I think Portuguese could go full on I sit. They could go cannon galleons, caravels. Oh, man, that would be so strong. We do not have Spanish. I don't know how strong some of these civs are on water. Like, Cumans, probably not great. Ethiopians, maybe okay. Poles, no clue. Gurjaras, you know better than I do. Slavs, I don't think they're great. Persians aren't great either. I mean, I'm basically going off of which civs get bracer. The only civs that get bracer, which would apply to galleons, would be Portuguese, Ethiopians, Poles. I guess Gurjaras get it. Yeah, and Malay. Okay, and Persians do not and Slavs do not. So 3 out of 8 civs don't. Blue, will we team? Maybe a little late for this chat. But Blue is actually the creator of the map.
Yes.
And hasn't been very chatty. Blue clearly wants to go for crossbows. Yeah, demos! Demolition ships would be fantastic. Brady says we have a Maine Coon and a tuxedo. Oh, really? That's awesome. Hey, thanks for the stars. Lots of personality there. I like it because I am not, or we are not at a point where we want a dog. Because dogs do take more care and attention, you know? We love dogs. But, you know, it's just we're both working a lot, right? So, eventually we want to get one, but not yet. And so you have the cat. Like, growing up, I had a lot of different cats. And you know how it is. Like, cats are a little bit of like a lottery system. Some cats are just the worst, and they hate you, and you still defeat them and, you know, take care of them. Other cats are really personable and, like, do stuff. Our cats are really personable, so we like it. Poor trade cart. Actually, you could go trade cogs if you wanted to on this map. But I guess they just wouldn't be as far. Oh, red is massing caravels. And a lot of them. So caravels are very good against galleons. They're a ranged... They're like a scorpion ship, but they're a ranged ship that are good against other ranged ships. They would be weak against something like fast fire. I think with this market from green... And green being stuck in the middle and being bottom score right now, I do think green is definitely not going to be the favorite to win this. Okay, can we stop with the dinging? I don't want to hear people's docks producing stuff. There's a new unique tech. I continue to forget the name. You guys are going to have to continue to remind me. Also, that king... Oh, wait, that's a villager. That's sneaky. Yeah, anyways, I forget the name of the new unique tech for Slavs, but it replaces some... Oh my god, the dinging! That's the only reason I hate water maps, is because of all the dings. I keep getting sidetracked. I apologize. I'm like a freaking cat here. Getting distracted all the time. But yeah, there's a new unique tech which makes the castles a bit cheaper. Again, I forget the name of it, but it is for Slavs, and certainly Emperor in a Bucket has taken advantage of that. Red tried to panic about a militia scout in the early games, is John. Let's see what Sally has to say. I'm thinking of attacking red first, then see what we get, where we go for, probably from there. I'll probably go for paladins and Kipchak composition. Now, Sally is sharing this with basically the whole side, except for purple. So purple is excluded from this conversation. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Sally's name means cheese cat in like Hungarian or something. And so, you know, maybe it's cheese mouse. I don't know. Either way, I think it's possible that Sally does not want to associate with a moose. Robert the Moose has not been included. Navy exists. Sadly, Cumans get nothing for Navy, says Sally. Yeah, Cumans aren't the best there. That's true. I don't know. Like, I feel like if you got either Galleon, Fast Fire, or Heavy Demo, you should still be making something. Let's look at the military counts right now. I imagine Red's pretty high. Red's got 55 Army. I think that's all Navy, though. I guess it's not Army, but military. Castles everywhere. I'm talking to Yellow and Teal and Gray now. I feel like between us, we have our alliance. Blue says, this is the map maker, by the way. Blue says, pop cap is still 200. Oh, well, maybe I screwed up something. Oh, God, does someone have over 200 pop? Oh, my God! Holy crap! Sally's got 271 eco. And is still making eco. This could be like a 500 pop game. Okay, well, Real Fluff Bucket forgot to check the population cap. And I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean it goes to the max population cap, which is 1,000 pop? Because I hope their computers are working well. We could see some computers combust here. I like this. Real Fluff Bucket says, only to red, green, and yellow. We go fight the 9, question mark? I guess, so what Sally wants to do is Sally wants to include yellow. So this is where it gets awkward, because yellow might have to abandon the 6 in order to fight alongside with someone from the 9. Red says I have 50 caravels for a fight. I mean, with these stockpiles and apparently no population cap, there could be so much. He told me to be my ally, but he builds stable next to me, says Gray. I think Gray is talking about Robert. Right, we could take care of him as well. Okay, has anyone seen a lot of chat from Robert? I'm looking in the chat history here. I'm just not seeing a lot. So, Robert, that could be pretty bad for you. When you're in the middle position, I think you should be more chatty. Sorry, all this chat will disappear. Yeah, seriously, though. Like, I don't know what the pop cap is. Like, clearly... I mean, we'll find out. Is there any military at all for Sally right now? I kind of have to do the math. He's got 40 military, and he's got 286 eco. So, it's not 300. It just keeps going up from there. Go orange. He's strongest, says Blue. I got lots of ARB. Blue is coming to you, says John. So John is feeding information to Sally. So again, what's happening is the 6 are like, yeah, we're a team. 6 is better than 9. Ha! You know, that's just a preference thing, I imagine, at the end of the day. But for John, John's like, I kind of want to be with Sally because I've seen Sally in all those videos. Blue is coming to you. I'm not going with him. I don't like red in the long run here. Now, if I'm not wrong, I think yellow's logic for not liking red was yellow scouted with a militia earlier and red complained about it. But it could have been somebody else. I swear it was yellow. He made a militia. Red said something about it. And that is the reason. One single militia is the reason why yellow does not like red. Just playing along with the 6 side, trying to redirect, slow them down. So it looks like purple is going to be abandoned on this side, but purple's actually looking pretty strong now. Okay, go teal. Now, I don't know if that is go to teal from blue or what exactly, but we could have some moves soon. Red is getting antsy. And okay, I think they're going to go to teal. Okay, Sally is barking out orders here. Not really orders, but a plan. Yellow, teal, and gray, us 4 versus the world. We could quickly Then save yellow, take purple, all on board. Okay, I have no clue what that means because I'm apparently a child who can't read basic words, but we're going to assume Sally was very vulgar and it would have been offensive to me. Gotta love how there's still no option to remove that filter. Holy caravels. Holy, 192 Navy, I assume. Okay, we have Shravamshas. Now, Shravamshas are new. This is a new civilization, and they're meant to... They do very well at dodging shots. So I'm curious on how they would perform against something like a caravel. You said, look at Teal's houses. Teal did do a 69. Oh, I hope Teal is okay. Okay, so I feel kind of bad for Robert, because Robert's coming to save Teal. And then Sally's going to turn on purple. But I feel like the timing is just not really right here. Because, and look at these things. They're not attacking. Teal's like, huh? What's happening? He's like, red is attacking, but he's not attacking red. Oh, God. Oh, no. Gone, dear. Gone, dear. Your Shravamshas are all gone, my dear. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Didn't change him to enemy. Stressful times. Forgot about it. Okay, there we go. Good news is we have an editor now. Okay, guys? So I will edit that part out 100%. Ships are just better than land units in most cases. Purple now has to show up. We're not going to edit that out, by the way. Purple now has to show up to defend. Is Purple with us? I think he turned on the 9s. Now, this is top-tier Diplo from John. Because remember, John is playing dumb. John knew this was going to happen. The red is now turned on purple as well. Like, purple's like, what's happening right now? Obviously, gray is going to turn on Robert, and I think this is going to be the end for good old Robert the Moose. Was in the game for a while, got to destroy a lot of resources that were 6s and 9s, but that king will go down. There's no way to survive against two fully green players, and, you know, he was trying to defend a player that wasn't with him all along. Emperor in a bucket says, sorry, Purple, nothing personal. I'm sure Robert does feel like that was something personal, though. I'm sure it didn't feel great. Now, let's see. How are these Shravamshas actually performing now? It's a unit that has 11 attacks. It's not that great. I mean, are they pushing this back right now? Are they actually good against ships as well? I fully expect this unit to see a nerf in the near future, by the way. What? Guys, this unit, what's the HP on it when it's elite? 90 HP. A ship's got 170 HP. Oh my god, okay, red doesn't actually have Bodkin Arrow, which is part of the problem. But Shravamsh is pushing this back. Huh. Okay, so I mean, gray and orange are sticking to the game plan. Again, the only thing that's not known right now, the only thing that's kind of up in the air for the 6s is, well, first off, Bodkin Arrow, if your name is Daniel. That's something that's tough. But the next thing, as we have heavy demos, oh, I can't wait for that. But the next thing is they think yellow is with them. Yellow is actually teamed with the 9s now, okay? I do think you're going to need some type of navy if you're teal. Red apparently has organ guns, and yes, red has tons of organ guns. And look at John just feeding information. Just constantly snitching. We're not really snitching, but... Are we going to see a move? Okay. Oh, they're gonna go in after blue. They're going to go in after the map maker. The guy who made the map. Real fluff bucket. Who, to be honest, did not respond earlier when Emperor in a bucket said, hey, we should all work together. We are the buckets. Let's team. Wow. Perfect amount of trebs to one-shot castles here from Sally. Green says yellow, that's a lot of trebs planned. So green may be the only player who doesn't trust yellow, but he's also the weakest player in the game, and I don't think the others are going to have time to focus on what he says to them. Blue, you know, has not really reacted to this. Blue is maybe going in to try and snipe a king here. That's just not going to work. Gray's actually defending teal right now. Getting ready to hit orange. Shaking a lot still, says John. Now, little background in the Discord where we set this up. John did say, I'm shaking like crazy. This is my first community game ever. And John's doing a great job with that. Now, Red realizes the situation. And I think Red needs to back off of Teal now. Because this is something that could take care of Blue and Green and Red pretty quickly. I'll keep an eye on the military stats for now. I mean, I'd love to see the Navy come over here. In particular, the heavy demos could do so much damage to everything we see here at Boom, baby! Say goodbye to your Trebs, punk! That's still a lot of trebuchets. Okay, Green also turning on Emperor in a bucket and Sally. Again, they're the two highest rated players in the game. They decided to team up together. Makes sense. Oh, Red missing the blacksmith upgrades is still so painful. At least heavy demos don't need blacksmith upgrades. And we see bucket go down. Excuse me, I completely missed that one. And I'm going to go... does it let me go backwards here? Or is bucket still alive? Okay, I missed it a while ago. We'll just keep going. I think it died right around here. And, well, the creator of the map is dead. So thanks for the map, and thanks for your king. I think the element of surprise is what has worked so well for Sally and Emperor. And also just coordinating, right? Like, Blue and Red didn't really coordinate all that well. But salutes, obviously, to Real Fluff Bucket. Really appreciate for making the map. It's been pretty good so far. These Trebs, though, are all going to get destroyed by the demos. Love to see it. Good work. And those Trebs mean, or the Trebs going down means that Blue's base will still stand as kind of a barrier for Red and allow Red to mass some more things. Whoa! Whoa, Green turned on Yellow. And so I guess Green either got bored, which is always a real possibility, or he just doesn't trust him. But that would also affect Green's trade, so I don't know if that's the best decision. That is a lot of elite war elephants, and it doesn't look like John really has a lot to deal with that right now. Looking at the military, John's got 40, Green's got 30, but we know the elephants are a lot stronger. Sally says, I'll swing by Yellow next, you two take that side. So Red and Teal are fighting a 1v1. Travamshas are just insane. The fact that he's holding against Navy and elite organ guns is wild. Still could have some problems. But anyways, so these guys are having a 1v1 for now. Yellow has chosen the right side. He's on Sally and Bucket's team. I'm still thinking there is a world. Like, Sally's king is in his town center right now. He's not doing a good job at protecting his king. There's actually a world where Gray could turn on Sally soon, but I'm not really expecting it. Yellow has the backing of some very strong allies. And Green's only ally that's remaining would be Red. And Red is already caught up in another battle, so I guess Red would have to defeat Teal first. But look at this from Emperor in a bucket. Great job here. I mentioned fast fires earlier, and the fast fires are going to come in. I think the fires will actually go down pretty quickly to the organs. But just able to clear out the ships would be good enough. Do you have strong fires? Question mark, says Teal. Yellow wipes the sweat from his brow. It's also making Cavalier, which is probably a panic move. Malay have really bad Cavalier. Okay. Oh! Our demo's out. And yes, there's your answer. The demos are out. Man, these organs. I think you would need to make your own demos against this. That's a lot of organ guns. Very rarely do you see 60+ organs. But I don't see how Red or Green have a chance because it is 3v2. And you could argue that 2 of the players in that 3 are the best 2 players. Again, there's no pop cap here. So the economies are massive for the top 3. And the top 3 are all together right now. So again, I just don't see a way back. Green, in the end, I think was correct to not trust Yellow. But didn't have the backing of the team. And I'm curious how this game develops with John. Because I feel like no one is going to want to kill John. Also, Sally and Emperor in a Bucket have done a good job working with Teal. Red's playing really well right now. It's crazy to me that the player who hasn't even researched Bodkin Arrow is playing so well. Ooh, Siege Onagers, though. Boom. Maybe he did research it now. Nope, still didn't get his ranged upgrades. Guys, this is so much harder than T90 ever said it was. Don't try and discourage people from signing up. But to be fair, on land, you are melee, so it's going to be tricky, but you're killing it. But I will say, it will be very difficult for you if you continue to make Cavalier with a civilization that doesn't get the final armor upgrades. Orange says, I think we're doing fine, and here you have Teal working with Gray, saying nice work. Big Siege Onager shots. Great teamwork. Oh, man. Satisfying to see so many units go down here. That's true, Ken. I guess the more people that are discouraged from signing up, the more people that could possibly get in. John says, game mode has spies, not treason. Ooh, true, because this is a scenario. I guess you can't find out where the kings are. Yellow, they will turn on you. I can be a pawn, says Green. I like the idea, but I think it's too late if you're Green. Because at this point, you're going to die to Orange anyways, even if Yellow pulls back. Sally says, that's a bummer. I can't snipe now. And then John says, nice try. Yeah, respect. I would say respect. You know, Green was the weaker player, at least based on the score, and the other side was always going to look very strong. I wonder if they knew the scenario placed the players based on color. I just thought of that. You think that was... Well, Sally always chooses orange, and I think Emperor always chooses... Oh, big demo. I actually think Emperor always chooses gray. I do know these players, so yeah. Probably wasn't intentional. It just ended up benefiting them to be together like this. Okay, guys. Only yellow and teal. We soon have to start thinking about the next step. Frickin' Sally, man. He knows he needs to get the timing down so Emperor in a bucket doesn't kill him. Green making a run for it. Should survive. Does survive. Red, then gray, says John. Okay, so Sally, what he does is he gets the two weakest players in the group to work with him, because they'll never be confident enough to work against him. Gray still enjoying the party, saying so much death. Meanwhile, the other two have agreed to eventually betray him. But what a betrayal it's going to have to be, because look at these castles. How many is that? Yeah, just casual 20 castles. So Green calls the GG. I think Green might resign here. I don't think Green actually can do anything. Doesn't have houses to be able to actually create the units out of these buildings. I think Red is confused. Like, why is someone on the 6 working against us? Oh my, oh yes, yes. Thank God for John and thank God for Gondir. Look at this. Teal says, hey, Gray. Orange, oh, this is amazing. Orange and yellow want to team with me against you when red is finished. But you really saved me. Yeah, baby. So when red is finished, I guess green as well, right? But when they're finished, this could maybe be a 2v2.
Yes.
Ah. He says, so you want to stay allied? And now Teal says yes. So there's a couple backdoor deals, you know, some talks behind the scenes that are going to affect the long term here. And Sally's even trying to talk to Red now. The thing is, I don't think Red is going to be able to hold this. Do you think Sally can be sniped? Teal says, it will be diplomatically difficult, but we can stay till the end. Okay, not quite like the perfect movie quote, but close enough. Hey, Red, it seems like you're in a bit of a pickle. Want to strike a deal? Red says yes. Meanwhile, Red is like, he kind of has to. You know? They're all looking for his king. Teal says we have to snipe before Red is done. But little do they know that Sally doesn't even want Red to die. Thing is, I mean, Yellow can do it on his own, I think. Sally says, I don't know where the king is. There's no treason. Yellow says, I think it's in the back. The king is actually... Oh, green's king is actually in here. Excuse me. Had some snitching. But I think everyone who has snitched so far has benefited from it. So some of that is to be seen. But like yellow, for example, really benefited from picking this side. Okay, buy some time. We'll turn on gray soon. I'm soon turning on gray. Then, guys, it's okay. You can keep pressuring red. Okay, so red just gets shafted, I guess, so he doesn't get any deal whatsoever. I guess Sally looked at this and realized red is kind of on the way out. And so Sally's about to make a move. Inside of these castles, though, are Boyars and Trebs. We won't have any demos in this engagement, but things are really about to explode over here. Now, remember where the king is for gray. It's in a tower that, when it gets on low HP, would eject into the castle. And there's castles everywhere. For Sally, I still can't believe it. It's in his town center. But I guess he's got one villager in this, so he's baiting the opponents to thinking the king is here. Green sending some resources to red. And now gray says, I will try to snipe soon. And teal says, me too. Oh, boy. It's about to go down. I guess the difference is, though, it'll be 2 players versus 1, right? Because yellow is not going to be helping Sally at all. I think gray is going to go over here, and I think he's going to turn around with some of his stuff and go in against Sally. Sally checking for king here. Okay, so he's baiting Sally into thinking that he's going to kill the king. Notice how he said Sally's name. Maybe, like, it's because I'm casting, but it seems a little obvious. Yes. Green send resources to red. Green says, I do what I can. My king is in your hands. The king, by the way, for red, is making a run down here. He will survive a bit more. Gray, careful. Teal said you're next. Oh, no! Wait. Wait. No. It's not true. Wait, okay, I need to pause because this is brilliant. I don't know if the Legend of John is really on the cards for this video yet, but I can tell you that John has done incredible things in this game. It's so incredible I need to pause. So we've reached this point, okay, where what was once a team is going to break apart. And we've had 2 people on each team make these backdoor deals and these schemes to say, hey, when so-and-so is taken care of, you're with me. We kill them, all right? So like gray and teal, they want to kill orange. Orange and yellow want to kill gray. I don't know if yellow sensed this because I just scrolled up and you can see who the chat's going to. I don't think that anything was accidentally said to yellow, but maybe yellow just senses the climate and said, gray, beware. Teal said you're next. And now Emperor's got to be really confused. Because I bet you gray believed with everything that there was going to be full-on support from teal. I love that. I love that. Just sowing that little seed of doubt was perfect. That's amazing, Diplo. Meanwhile, by the way, we have gray attacking, so it has started. And for some reason, I'm very confused. Oh, those are gray trebuchets. I see. So the gray trebuchets are here. We have Treb on Treb. And the king right now for Sally is in the town center still. And look at Teal showing up. Teal's actually sending petards into Sally's castle. I guess the fact that there's no trees in here makes it really difficult to find out where the kings are located. I mean, we could easily look at the fact this king is inside the town center as stupid. But right now it's looking brilliant because gray is going after the castles, which is where you would assume the kings would be. Huh. Well, okay, I have to keep on red, is John. So I guess red isn't dead yet. Which means Sally is on his own, but it's only a 1v1 right now. The problem is, I think Slavs own the Cumans in a 1v1. I don't even think it's close. Full Boyar Siege just wrecks the Cumans. The Cumans would have to go like Paladin Siege, and that's a little worse. So what's in this, to be clear, is 1 Kip check from Sally, and then 13 petards from Teal. So Teal thinks the king is in here. Red is now allied Sally So Sally realizes some help is needed. And red is starting to... Oh, big explosions! Red is starting to make a push against teal down here. Okay, so teal's now making the move. Teal's like, let's kill the king. Let's be a beast. And, well, it didn't get all the petards there. Just wait a moment. Okay. All right. Well, they're fighting now, and the king is not there. The king is still in here. Very awkward to figure out where the colors are. But there's a whole lot more arms than anything else. Let's look at those stockpiles real quick. I mean, gray has more resources in the bank, but where are the Boyars right now? Because the military count is insane for Sally. 198. And Boyar wins a 1v1 against a paladin, which is why I had brought up what I said earlier. Sally says, okay, I'm in danger. Now, here's what hurts. So you still have trade flowing for gray. And because gray is allied with yellow, gray's getting gold in return. But Sally had trade going this way, and it goes through gray's castles. So yeah, Sally is in trouble in the long term here. Snipe failed. I'm kind of dead now, says Sally. And we talked about it earlier, like how are you going to break these castles? I guess this is where, I guess Sally had stuff back here. I might have missed that actually, guys. I'm sorry. It doesn't look like it accomplished too much. I was worried about Sally defending. Red says I still have tons of res. And then there's paladins and there's army here. And I guess Sally had legitimately forgot about this. Okay. I don't know. Like, I think teal, looking at stockpiles, we'll have to... I mean, it's looking good there. We'll have to defend this area. And there's a lot of focus here. So it will be a continuous 1v1 on this side. Sally just said what I was about to say. If yellow and red could be peaceful now, then it would benefit both of them, and then yellow could actually help. Now, I don't know what you make as melee against Boyars. I'll have to check and see. Does green have villagers? Green has 0 villagers. Green is just there for moral support. I think green probably has 1 pop. Yeah, the biggest problem here right now is that yellow and red are going to have to sort things out, and Sally is just going to get smashed. And red might have resources, but red isn't really pushing and killing right now. I mean, teal is outplaying him there, so Sally did see the writing on the wall, is in trouble. Elite elephant archers from the Gurjaras, and then the Boyars and the Trebs from Slavs. You know what didn't work, though, guys? John's attempt at trying to get gray and teal to not trust each other did not work. I always wonder in these instances, because gray didn't say anything about it. I always wonder if maybe gray didn't see it. Maybe that's just unlucky for yellow. Okay, everyone's starting to ally green now, which is kind of funny. Yellow notices it. Says, wait, you're still alive? I think John is really having a good time now. Like, John's just happy to be here, happy to be along for the ride. But John is going to find out very quickly that this is the stage of the game where the big boys shine. And we will find out if yellow is one of those in a second. Because, you know, sure, yellow's placed a lot of castles. Sure, yellow's done a good job. Still pushing red, which is interesting. Teal, did you turn on orange? Like, all these things... Should we be bros right now? I mean, maybe John is recognizing that Sally's going down, and I thought John would actually just stick with Sally forever. John seems to have no issue with changing alliances. But from what I've seen, I do think with the civilization and with the gameplay that John just cannot do this on his own skill, you know? Boom, is that what Emperor in a Bucket's name was before? Was he Pickle Rick? I didn't actually know that. Like, I knew that someone had changed their name to Emperor in a Bucket when Emperor in a Barrel was playing in Hidden Cup, but I didn't actually know who it was originally. I remember that name. It would make sense that you would know. Okay, it said Teal's king. Oh no, sorry, it was Sally's king was in jeopardy. Sally's king is on the move. And yeah, Sally doesn't have a lot of resources. Purple, still here, is wondering how the units are still alive. They must be out there somewhere. Rather unimportant to us right now. Oh, Lord Jesus. Please, give us this demo shot. Please. 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 Oh, let's go! Death to the elephants! Boom! Yes! Yes! Man, that was a lot of demos, though. Death to the elephants. Woo! What a crazy moment that was. All right, yellow comes over here to help a little bit. The push continues. Green's king is on the move. Just, I don't know, sightseeing at this point. Actually, is this green realizing that gray is the best chance of winning? So green wants to go with the strongest player? You little... Can you imagine if this was... Well, if this was Regicide Rumble and there was money on the line, that king would have been killed by somebody. But it is still funny to me how green just doesn't want to give up. And green's like, I can still get top 3. I can still get top 3. You know when Sally's not typing a lot, that things are going pretty poorly. And yellow continues this very slow and I guess you could say methodical push, but Sally will just straight up die without any support. Now, at the moment, I think John is actually okay with that because John has already tried to talk to Teal, who has not responded. So, we'll see. I want to look at stockpiles again. John does have 27,000 gold. The problem is, what do you spend that on if you're Malay? I would say Navy. I would say drop like 50 docks and just worry about galleons. And I think red is in a weak enough spot where you could probably end up killing him even though they can make caravels. Does anyone know if the Malay get heavy demo? I'm going to guess that they don't. I don't think they do. I think they might only get fast fire. Probably just fast fire and galleon. But yeah, very good game. I'm curious on if anyone's ever going to have the guts to kill Gray. You know what would be the best way to do it? It would be to make ships. Because where this king is right now, you could actually pick it off with ships. Yellow, I really need you to make peace with red. And John immediately says, red, can we have peace? And now Sally switches over to red and says, hey, red, could I talk you and yellow into an alliance? Meanwhile, the Halbs ting, 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 taking out buildings here. I think we could ally. This needed to happen like 20 minutes ago. Let's do it. But ultimately, it was on yellow and red to figure that out. Sally did say something, and they are going to ally now. Okay. You okay against red? Teal says yes at the moment. Sally says, I appreciate that so much. Sally stockpile. Sally does have 68 gold workers. Where are they? Oh, they're here. Sally's got golds. Sally doesn't have much food, though. I don't think Sally can survive. Going for teal snipes is red. Oh, that's yellow, excuse me. With what? It makes me feel like it's going to happen now. Maybe that won't happen at all. Maybe this is John playing some mind games. Anyways, the push continues on Sally. Sally's king is not far off here. And Sally's king is in yellow's base. So now yellow gets defensive and turns on teal. Obviously, this is just for self-preservation at this point. And Gray says, I come help. I mean, I think teal is still okay to hold this. But red is actually making more progress now. And I guess this is the sniping force. I guess the bombard cannons are going to go get the snipe. I don't think they can make it in there, but certainly that'll help against the buildings. I could see them just going down to Gray's siege, though. Yellow's still allied with Gray, which makes this a little weird. And orange has a lot of Cavalier. They're paper-thin Cavalier, because they're Malay Cavalier, but it's still something. And actually, the storms have slowed over here. I want to look at the military top 3. Okay, yellow's up there, then gray, and then teal. Still should be fine here. Love the addition of heavy demos from red, though. I'd like to see other players do that. Red only has 70 eco. Sally 102. Everyone else 150 or up. Teal and yellow have the most eco at the moment, if you're wondering. Oh! Death to the elephants. I'm still surprised at how many demos it takes to kill these things, because heavy demos are insane, but elephants are not cheap. And maybe I'd stop making those if I were Teal. Oh, not the trebs! Not the trebs! Oh, pain! That's all right. Teal has more eco, as we just established, so. Yellow, what is your plan here, says Gray. Yeah, yellow is the odd man out, because yellow is fighting Teal, and Teal is Gray's ally. And yellow is also teamed with Sally, who is who Gray and Teal are trying to kill. So, if anything, Gray should just try and convince yellow to turn on Sally. And John says we can be friends. John is... Yeah, John is just not... He doesn't care about allegiance to anything except the victory. No hesitation. Gray says, withdraw your army. Okay. Yeah, I'm also confused on that. He says, from where? And wait a second. Wait. Okay. Okay. I think Gray and Sally are going to be friends again. I think Gray and Sally are going to be friends again. I think they have gained respect for each other. And I think yellow is trying to pick sides too much. I think there's a chance we see a message from Emperor to go back to Sally. Also, I'm trying to look at how much gold is left. There's still gold to mine, but there's not a ton out there. Most of the 69s have been taken right now. I'm fine now, though. Thanks, everyone. Teal and yellow team and focus on red. He has infinite wood. Teal and red allying would be pretty crazy sight, because they have been at it for a long time here. And Emperor has now gone against Sally again. And I think Teal's about to say, difficult to focus on someone who's demoing me non-stop as more elephants go down. This might be a game where like, everyone has been allied and enemied with each other at some point. With few exceptions. Teal is attacking me. Can you backstab him real quick? So... this is all over the place. Everyone's asking for favors. Yellow really wants Gray to kill Teal, which will never happen. And then Gray wants Red and Teal to be friends to kill Yellow. I'm playing Gray versus Red, so sometimes talking to you both. Yeah, John is playing both sides still. Like, he's really chatting it up. And here comes the push from Sally. All he's going to take out is a monastery. How many Fatorias does Red have? 1, 2... Wait, you know what I didn't think of? Oh my god, it's because there's no pop space. He needs to keep these Fatorias up. How did we not talk about this yet? I'm so bad at this. Okay, he's got 6 Fatorias right now. He's adding more. Guys, if there's genuinely no pop space in this game, the weakness of Fatorias are kind of eliminated, right? The weakness of Fatorias is usually the fact they take up pop space, but we don't know what the pop cap is. But Red has no confidence. Teal has done a great job and says, I'm dead, guys. And that's not a good sign for Yellow and for Orange. Also, if Yellow makes one more Cavalier with the melee, I might just scream. Okay, so to anyone who's trying to fall asleep to this content right now, I apologize in advance. Yellow, please stop making Cavalier. You get no discounts on your Cavalier. Your elephants, they are very cheap. And yes, they still lack the final armor, but it's okay because they're cheap. Red, you're in the alliance with Orange now. If I'm Red, I come back with, yeah, great. Well, I'm going to be dead, so you better save me. Yellow, I don't want to fight you, but I saw your snipe attempt. Gray, I wasn't close to your king, was I? Now Yellow says this to everyone. No. Gray says no. But I think Yellow's trying to say I wasn't trying to snipe you. But what Yellow is trying to snipe Teal. My girlfriend has no issue sleeping through your screams. Been sleeping the last 30 minutes. Well, you haven't seen Yellow make more Cavalier yet, so. That's funny. It was a little impolite, but okay. I think gray is spot on with what they're saying. Yellow is trying... It's tricky when you try and play both sides like that, right? Red currently needs wood, asking for wood. I thought wood would actually be the biggest, the toughest resource to get when I loaded this up. Not for Sally, though. Sally's got wood. Sally says hardly any. The prices are rough. Sally has 36k wood. Gray is trying to make yellow choose a side right now. This is an important moment. Because yellow has tried to play both sides, but it seems to me like he still would prefer to stay with Sally. And whether or not that's the right play, we will see. Sally is trade booming now, so I think Sally is actually going to be back in the game soon. Sally is known for backstabs. Having him so close to you is dangerous. Okay, so now it's not asking. Now it's convincing. And yellow didn't give a response, so Gray says, you know what? Screw you. I will attack you again. Obviously, Gray meant to say backstabs, but I think backstabs is just more entertaining. Okay, yellow says, I agree. So are they going to ally or what? Stop playing footsies, guys. Just commit. The yellow says, I agree with you, but I just can't trust teal. So now it's like, you shouldn't trust your guy, but no, you shouldn't trust your guy. I think they should just rip the Band-Aid off and kiss. You know? Screw everyone else, just kiss. It's been too much. Interesting offer here from Gray. He says, listen, if he attacks you, I will side with you. I like that. So that essentially, what that accomplishes is, you keep yellow on your side. You keep teal on your side. But yellow feels secure enough where yellow's not going to be the third wheel if things start to go crazy. Let's get rid of Red and Sally. They are most dangerous. Now, I'm curious, will John go to Sally now? Because he's done a lot of that. This would be the time for yellow to say something. Meanwhile, Red has lost a lot of ground. Like, Red is... The only reason Red has any chance is just because Victoria's, but Red would need a lot of time. Sally's king is moving. And yeah, Red is making more Victoria's. Crazy game. Started off with the 69s. Everyone was like, nice. You know, but crazy Diplo game. Very good one. I would say one of the better Diplo games we've had in terms of chat in a very long time. Also, Green's still in this. Green's still alive. Just chilling. Amoxa chilling. Woo! I cracked myself up. Okay. Been very impressed with the performance as well. You know, teal has played out of his mind. Gray, Sally, yellow. Red had some crazy fights as well. And now John is going back to Sally. And says, well, what's the plan? And then Sally says little, honestly. So I don't know. Sally's saying I don't have a plan, I guess. Sorry, if I ever page up and new chat comes in, I have to wait till this disappears and page up again. It's a little bug I've been dealing with. So I'd prefer this disappear now, Capture Age, please. Okay, hello. There we go. We are losing 3v2. Why did I hear 11 then? I'm confused. You are losing 3v2. That's a very fair point. You guys want to know why they're losing 3v2? Well, half of it is because Red is struggling. But the other half is that Yellow is not fighting verse 2. Yellow is fighting verse 1, which benefits Yellow, but obviously hurts the team. Is there ever a low elo legend regicide game hosted? We've probably got plenty of low elo legends in every game. We had a game earlier where there were 7 low elo legends, technically. I don't like to... It would be an additional nightmare to set it up and, like, do elo requirements. So I just kind of let everybody hop in and... Like, I don't know John, but John could be a low elo legend by chance. What is that? Watching it. Okay, so look at the conversation between Sally and John. And here comes gray. Love the formation. I love how the game does that sometimes. This is a move, I believe, for Sally. Now, Sally is currently in a king from yellow. Also, love the whole fish, the fishing situation over here. They're trying to trap this guy, and he's so strong he won't be taken in the nets. Like, hurrah, I will shed the net. Anyways, here comes gray. Sorry, I got distracted. I think that gray is actually going for red. Interesting. Yellow seems to have some trust in gray now. Didn't ask about it. But if red officially dies, I guess it depends what yellow ends up doing, but I feel like yellow in the end is going to have to side with Sally here to have any chance. I think gray, well, gray did say that he would choose yellow over teal, but who knows if that's going to actually be followed up on. Okay, castles and buildings will go down. King is now on the move. King should be a little faster than the Boyar. It's one of the funny things about Age of Empires 2. You've got, like, the most out-of-shape unit that you could find, and it is the fastest. You should have seen this king in his prime. It was like 3 times as fast back in the day. Okay, red trying. Couple demos coming over. We'll hide inside of Sally's castle. Sally comes in to support. Sally will clear up all the trebs. And guys, we are getting very close to the point where there's no trees left on this map. We started off with lots of 6 and 9s. Yeah, we're getting very close to that point. You can see just a few areas around the map. Sorry to leave the fight, but we're not able to take trees in many different areas. John, can you stop fighting teal just for now? Interesting. Now, you know what's potentially bad for Emperor here? The first message, John, can you stop fighting teal, was also sent to teal. That could make teal think, wait a second, are you talking to him? He just ran 120 elephants into me. And now John sends a message that also goes to Sally. So Sally's going to be like, who are you talking to? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the message, he did say gray sneaking red. He just ran 120 elephants into me. No. I don't know. Let's look at stockpiles again. There's the resources the players are working off of. Yellow has done a fantastic job banking up resources, and you can see it's spent in the bombard cannons. We have seen so many elephants die in dramatic ways here. It still is amazing to me how many shots it takes for these things to die. Look at this. I don't remember if Gurjaras have any direct bonuses for their elephant archers. Man. Well, I think the Shravamsha riders could take out all the bombard cannons. Great micro from teal. And, well, here comes the paladin support. Bombard cannons will die. And I guess the answer is no. I guess yellow, even though he was talking to gray, and isn't he allied with gray right now? Yeah, he's allied with gray. But he's still going to fight teal. So I feel like people should figure this out here, right? It's not a 2v2. We've got... It's very weird how this is structured at the moment. Red says, I can send you wood. Do you want that? Sally, who has the most wood in the game with 22,000 wood, says, would be lovely. I'm on my last wood line. Which is truthful, I suppose. Now, I think if yellow was fighting gray, the Boyars would wreck. At some point, teal's going to have to realize, gray, why are you not attacking yellow? And then Sally could realize, yellow, why are you not attacking gray? 25% faster production, more bonus damage, and unique tech makes them cheaper. Huh, okay. Oh, so I guess they benefit from the, something shields. Whatever upgrade that gives them the extra melee armor? I guess that's relevant here, right? Against, this many melee units. I don't know what more bonus damage does, because I don't even know how their bonus damage works. Go back, yellow, and regroup. Total military count, 209. Oh, that's eco, excuse me. Sally is back on top with eco, though. And has 100 army. Green's still here. Still waiting for the moment where, well, who knows what will happen or what could happen. It's been a long game. Gray, I need orange. Can you settle with him? No, he's not going to do that. Like, it's not going to happen because Gray needs teal. So, at some point, one of these players is just going to have to suck it up and realize I can't be friends with the other. Haven't done anything bad, right? And this is Sally going to Emperor in a bucket. I think Emperor in a bucket, I said it like an hour ago. I think he's at a point where he might just say, can you kill yellow for me? And then I promise you we'll kill teal together. I don't know. They have no bonus damage? Gotcha, okay. No worries. Red is just slinging right now. Remember, red has very little. And this is an important push. Okay, this is huge. Because all the trade that Sally had is now stopped. And Sally is asking them to delete markets and rebuild them somewhere. Red has 12 Fatorius. You have food gold. I do not have pop space to use it. Ah, wait a second. Can someone do the math on that then? Okay, so he's got 0 military. He's got 7 eco, but he's got 12 Fatorias. So I'm trying to do the math in my head. Bear with me. 12 to... Now, that doesn't make sense to me. Because isn't 12 times 20, 240? People were over 300 before. So that doesn't make any sense. Because remember, there's no pop limit in this. Or at least a pop limit we're not aware of. It's not 200. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading. Teal says we can do it. Gray says 1 by 1. Yeah, so Gray and Teal are best buddies here. Oh, that's true. It's just houses. That's true. He needs houses somewhere. He's probably building them. Yeah, he's building castles over here. Okay, so he needs pops. I got you guys. I got you. I think yellow does not have the civilization to compete against elite elephant archers. And I think that ultimately their position is much worse as a team on this side. Because red can't really contribute with army. And Sally, of course, has had to recover. Now, Sally has done a lot in this game. Sally has 150 military again. But I just... The problem with Malay, in my opinion, is also what can be good about Malay. The fact their units are cheap. Like, look at these resources. I mean, if the others run out of resources, this could work. But is they really going to run out of resources here? 62 trade cards, 87 farmers for Gondir? I don't know. Crazy. I think red near his end, because we may or may not have had a spoiler. Thanks for that. Thank you! Probably would have missed it, let's be honest. Here come the Boyars, here come the Rams. King is going to be on the move for red. Red has been on the fritz for a bit here. Let's be honest. And the big thing here now is that Sally won't have a corner trade with. Oh, hey, look, a waterfall. Nice, okay. Oh, and he's like, oh, look at the trade card. He's like, we can't trade anymore, but we can admire the waterfall. I guess he's been there for a while. That's blue. Blue's been dead. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely underestimating the two-handed swordsman play from yellow, because yellow is actually pushing back a little bit. You know what I would have loved to see here, as red, still on the move, is now inside of yellow's castle. Yes. But what, if I'm yellow, by the way, I eject that. I eject it because you don't want... I don't know if red just left intentionally or what. No, I think red did do that, but you don't want to lose your base to gray if you're yellow. So just eject it and give it up. Sally says we'll all die at this rate, which is so true. I mean, I don't know how many two-handed swordsmen can counter elephant archers and bowyars. You would need like 600. Is the pop limit actually 369? I don't believe that. Here goes Daniel on the move, trying to be free, and dies. Oh, no, hasn't died yet. Oh. Can it survive? Gray realizes the other Boyars are... Wait, do they have the same movement speed? Nope, okay. Red's out of the game. He says, GG, guys. I do not have anything now, and he is correct on that. GG, Daniel.
Yes.
All right. So, we thought a while ago this is going to be a 2v2. A lot of crazy things happened, but we are here. I'll go back to stockpiles real quick. Sally, I think, is really going to struggle with the gold. Gray has 97 trade. Teal has 62. So John and Sally just do not have the gold income. And I have expressed my lack of faith in the whole two-handed swordsman play. Though I am continually surprised. He's just making so many of them, it seems to be kind of working at holding at least. Now, there's more production that would be really good. And then, you know, these barracks need to be constantly queued. But see, now that Red's out of the picture, Red can't send resources to anyone either. And then there's Green, guys. Green just hanging out. I'm very disappointed to not see chakram throwers from Gondir. I think that they would be just as effective, if not more effective, against the two-handed swordsman. Certainly the castles are there. But what do we have here? Got Red. If you turn on Sally Yellow, I will support you till the end. And now Yellow says if you turn on Teal. Ooh, interesting. Interesting little deal. Okay, I'll tell you what you do. You ready? Gray says I could not right away. This is what you do if you really want to be cynical and sneaky. You say, okay, we do it at 2 hours and 10 minutes. And then you tell Teal, hey, we both fight versus Yellow at 2 hours, 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Actually, you could right away. Orange and I are fighting him. So Yellow's like, yeah, you actually could do it. You just won't. He says, no downside for you. I mean, that's not true, though. Because, I mean, there's a lot of trust that's needed here for this deal. Because it doesn't look like Yellow is really that excited to turn on Sally, even though he's saying it. And Gray seems to be weighing the options. Also, love how the monk just healed the trade card. That's touching. Chakrams died a Cav. Elephants don't. Yeah, I would like to see them mixed in, though, against the two-handed swordsman. But I guess you're right. I haven't seen him against the Cav in a while. Gray now says, do you have wood for siege? Let's actually look at the market. Are they buying wood? Buying and selling wood. And I guess that's why we haven't seen as much siege, actually. It's because of the wood stockpiles being so low. Excuse me, but they have so much trade. Emperor has 136 gold workers, so that's got to be all trade cards, right? I don't know. Do I have a trade thing here? Trade. Okay, 91, so he's got villagers on gold. Do you know that Gray and Yellow are allies, right? Oh, wait. Sally is telling this to Teal. He's like, you do know that, right? Sally, I think, is backing away just so Teal can think about this. This is interesting, guys. Now, it's interesting how the chat is split as well. Because some people out here have seen Sally win one too many games. And so some people want to see Sally go down. Now, what I have said before about Sally is that Sally is a very respectful ally for the most part. You don't see a lot of dirty backstabs. There's sneaky. There's a lot of thinking ahead. But I wouldn't consider Sally like a dirty player. I'd say he's a very talented community game player. But some people are just like, nah, man, he wins too much. They should finish this off. And I think, for those of you that want to see Sally die, I do think that he's going to struggle here. Because Yellow tried, and now Sally tried to get Gray and Teal to split apart. And you can tell now that Gray's just done with it. And Yellow says, Gray turned, so I guess a 2v2. If I'm Sally, I'm going to be like, well, yeah, it's been a 2v2 for the last hour, man. Fight with me for once. Also, how's it going, Green? That's kind of funny. I forgot. I keep forgetting about Green being there. Yeah, there's 5 players remaining, guys. 5 players remaining. They're fighting, so fitting, for 69-0. They are fighting right over the central 69. Gray says, I gave you time to pick side. You did not. I think that's completely fair. I think that's completely fair. I also think it was fair for Yellow to try and play both sides. Especially with Melee, you know? So I think it's been, overall, really good Diplo. I can't really blame anyone for how they played this. Green says, living my best life, mooching off of a friend's hospitality. All right. Yeah, I guess Gray's never getting that living room couch back. Man, Green's on it every night. And yeah, you see the players buying wood now. That's what I wanted to have up. I'm going to eliminate that now because it can be spammy, but the price of wood is getting up there. Now, actually, what's nice is the Gurjara Siege, as Gray, I think, pointed out, their rams are elephants. And that costs food and gold. So it's easier for Teal to come by food and gold than it is for players to get wood right now. Sally respects me. He would never do that. I'm not sure. Maybe John is responding to Gray from earlier, or maybe this is just being said to confuse things, but I don't know. Right now, that army count and the type of army we're seeing is looking really, really, really good for Gray and Teal. Green says, no one wants to kill a 750 elo player who has 1 pop. Maybe not in this game. But I think there'd be plenty of people in other games who would do it. Sally says, I'll make you win if you survive this. Okay, so all it comes down to for Yellow here is numbers, because the units are just trash. Well, they're literally trash, you know, per the Age of Empires definition we have for trash. And oh my god, there's so many! Look how many units the Boyars have killed. This group of Boyars have 200 kills already. The Elephants have 266 kills, not bad. So I guess what you need to ram down is probably the production buildings, because production buildings cost wood. So taking out the barracks is probably the most important thing here. And Yellow's got a lot of them. Spam continues. I'm just keeping an eye on the army count. And all of a sudden, there's not as much there for Gray. It's all about who can get into the top 3. Okay, Gray's in the top 3. Yellow's very much not now. Crazy fights in this game, man. Ridiculous fights. This has been way closer than I expected. And I guess with no wood, it's just, this could go on for quite a lot longer, right? Because everyone needs siege. That said, Sally disagrees. Sally says, well, Yellow, that might be the end of the road. Oh, that's true. They don't have trade over here. And actually, John won't have food either. Yep. So John's at the limit with food. Sally at the limit with everything except wood. And, okay, Sally didn't send that to Yellow. Says, okay, might be the end of the road. Want to go out together. All right, so this is going to be the end for Sally and for John, who I can't say have fought together the whole way through. But I think John put up a good fight to try and work both sides and get a feel for how this could work. I don't think there was an easy chance here for Yellow. And oh, wow, there's still some gold in the middle. I don't think there was ever an easy chance for Yellow to be able to somehow get the win because of how good Teal and Gray played together over here. Like, Yellow having 54k gold does very little with the Malay civilization. They don't really have a strong gold unit. That's the problem. But yeah, you could buy stuff. And then we're going to have Teal go for siege elephants, which would be good to see. And I guess they're going to hop in a transport ship together and sail off into the sunset. Gray, you can't beat Teal. I was trying hard. Honestly, if I were Gray, I would say, watch me. Watch me. I don't know, man. Like, are these elephants that strong against Boyar Siege? Like, Siege Onager and they do have a lot of HP. Maybe I'm wrong. 300 HP. They do also have extra melee armor. If we win, let's fight it out in a 69 shaped arena. And meanwhile, there's a transport ship for Sally, and Sally is going to ask Yellow to join. Yeah, I think Yellow was intentionally trying to send that to everybody. I don't think that was a mistake. I always like it when players say a couple things before they die, though. Just please eject green so I can take fourth. Now the real Diplo begins. Now the real Diplo begins. I told you, like, green just wanted to say, hey, I was top 3 or whatever, right? And I guess it's going to be a similar thing here. Gray says they're already trying to get me to backstab you, but I trust you. Which is not exactly happening, but Gray is just furthering his alliance with Teal. It's a beautiful story. Hey, Cyro. How's it going? King is in this castle? Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, this castle. And Yellow's king has not left yet. So I guess Yellow is probably... if I had to guess, Yellow's buying food right now. Yep. Yellow's buying food. To make more swordsmen that are just going to die. And pad the enemy stats. Gil says we did a great job, and I agree. I very much agree with that statement. I think they played extremely well. I mean, the things they were up against in this game is crazy. Is this the last one? No, it's not. We'll do more. I mean, unless this game goes on for another 2 hours, then this will be the last one, but... Let us go out together while we can, says Sally, who I think has been very patient here. Move transport to north, says Yellow. Okay. Yellow, don't turn on him. Yellow, don't turn on him when he's next to your castles. That would be a dirty trick. I feel like that's coming right now. Okay, there's the king. Maybe not. Okay, the king is going to go towards the transport ship. And they're now in the transport ship together. And it's been... Oh! Wait! What? What? Oh my god! I've been waiting years to see that crap. Sally, thank you so much. Okay, instant replay. That was fast, too. Let's go slow motion. Okay, so Sally, obviously it's his transport, right? He's inside the transport ship. And Yellow's gonna join. Sally ejects the king and then somehow deletes the transport immediately after. How do you even do that? Boom, boom. Oh, God. And John says, our ... Oh, that's so good. All right, well, John has to laugh at it. I think, didn't John deserve that? I mean, Sally's just having fun at this point. I think John deserved it, though, because he was trying to play both sides. And you can't blame him for that. But, you know, some arguments could be made that if he would have been fully committed to Sally, maybe they could have done that. So, great moment there. GG's. I like how even Robert's here, giving a GG to Yellow. Robert's probably not happy with the fact that Teal and Gray are dominating without him. And yeah, I mean, this will be the end for Sally. We still have to find out if Green will get top 3. I assume that's going to be the case. I don't know if Sally has a plan. Is there anything Sally has right now? Maybe a dock is producing fishing ships. I was thinking maybe transport ships. So from what we heard from... oh, wow, they're making it already. Oh, my goodness. From what we heard from Gray and Teal is they are going to fight it out in a 69-shaped arena. On top of 69. T90's going to flip his lid when they see that. Maybe. Oh, my God. This is a great game. Yeah, I mean... the problem here would be, like, if we were going to see teal and gray fight it out, it would... There's so many fortifications, it'd probably take another hour. And then it's a conversation of who can actually make siege. Which I guess you would favor the Gurjara player because it only costs food and gold, but he doesn't even have that much food. It would just be a massive stalemate. Yeah, they're just prepping this for the time being. And Sally still hasn't resigned yet. Sally's just still planning something. Still inside that castle. And still has a lot of paladins, actually. In fact, has 90 military. But, I mean, it's just a slow and steady push here for the enemy as they will push in through the castles. They just need to round up their troops and work together here. Not sure what this is about. They might think that Sally has something over here. But yeah, castles are going to start to fall. This is a great game. My favorite part about this game is how there's a team of 4. And we had a behind-the-back 2v2 situation. That was so cool. Team of 4, everything's going good. And then 2 people, unbeknownst to the other 2 people, were talking about backstabbing the others. And then it turned into a 2v2. So John was a little flip-floppy on both sides. John, when he saw Sally was going down, realized maybe I should try and get in the other team. Sally gonna run away with the king now for one final charge, possibly. But should know there's just no possibility of ever getting into Gray's base. As Yellow's hard-earned fortifications slowly go down. That said, lots of paladins. Yeah, who do you guys want to get top 3? Sally or your Green? At this point, I think Green will get top 3. Because Green has been sitting here for who knows how long, and Gray has not decided to get the kill. But I don't see what's going to change now. Oh, I guess this must be a bug. Because John's king is already dead. I guess when it sinks, Capturage remembers it was there. Sally says, you're not going to enemy each other, will you? I guess that's what Sally's been waiting for. He's been hoping that they're going to use that time to work against each other. But I've seen no indication of that whatsoever. I guess it makes sense now. Because I talk about that a lot, how that final player can buy time for the others to plan a snipe of some kind. Not even talking to me. I'm getting lonely. Question mark. Well, they're worrying about killing you at the moment. You should never have a conversation with the thing you're about to kill, you know? It works on the old conscience at night. If you resign, I give you a GG. Atil says, sorry, Sally, was busy. Yeah, clearly there's not a lot of affection here. Sally, unable to really make much ground, has made no progress whatsoever, and has one tiny little army to defend with right now. But great game. I'm ready for the arena fight. I don't know about you guys. There are times where I just don't like the arena thing, but with the long ones, if it goes 2.5 hours and there's 20 castles on either side, it makes sense. Okay. You were a nice friend at the start, but Gray saved my ass. Thank you for bleeping that out there, Gondir. And I guess it's true, you know, like, good respect from Teal. Sally was a good friend at the start. If I recall, Sally was helping Teal quite a bit. Sally says, understandable, at least I see the dynamics. And the king is in this castle. This is the second to last castle that he could hide in. We just have no siege right now. Again, I think there's chat happening, but because I paged up, I can't see it. And yeah, the king has just gone down. 2 Gray. Sally's out of the game. Sally, all these notifications. I saw some weird things about, like, and we were illuminate that. Still, though, I was there fighting on the other side. I told him to help you while I was helping other side. I'm just salty. All right, good. Good awareness there from Sally. Good self-awareness. And Green, excuse me, is officially top 3. Okay. Let me rephrase that. He's officially third. Oh, man. I guess Gray just said, oh, okay, well, we're done with that, and ejects the king, and that king has been in there for a long time, finally dies. But hey, if there was a medal for this performance, Green would be getting third. GG, lol, we all know I was second out. No, what are you talking about? Clearly top 3. How are we gonna end this? Well, it seems like the arena has already been built. I've never seen a multi-arena Treb fight before. Yes. I'm very excited about this. And what better way to end 69-0 than having the 6 and the 9 face off? Because that's all that happened in this game. We had a 6, we had a 9, the 9 prevailed. Let's see if that's consistent here. Send 1 Treb and your king. Now let's think, are there any siege bonuses at play here? I don't think there's any Treb bonuses we have to think about. If you had Huns, Hun Treb accuracy is increased. Britons, they have Warwolf. I think Saracen trebuchets do more now. But yeah, no Treb bonuses at play, unless you count like cheaper Trebs, which Slavs have, but obviously that doesn't make a difference here. All right, ladies and gents, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Oh, you know what'd be epic? Is if when the game ends, we have like 6-9, 6-9, 6-9 with the score. It'd be so fitting. They both could do it, depending on how many more things they destroy and how many more resources they bring in. It's going to take some time. Have the Kings started moving yet? They have not. The Kings are not a fan of this. Kings are known to not want to die. It's pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Those Kings stayed in their cozy little castle hotels the entire game. And Gray says, send away, please. Okay. The discount applies to Trebs. Actually, I'm not sure how it's stated. It's a good point. Because with Slavs, I think it might be Siege Workshop units. But I think if it says Siege Weapons, it should apply to Trebs. So I'm not even 100% on that. Okay, Gray's King is on the way. Here he comes. So I'm putting all my money, okay, all the $12 in my wallet. I am putting that on Team 9 because Team 6 did not do very well in the actual fight. Here he comes. Does he have shoes on? Oh, he's got like little slippers. I never really looked at the king feet before. All right. I take the 6. Ooh, bold choice. Bold choice. Okay, it's Siege Workshop units are 15% cheaper. Okay, then I was wrong. Wait. We have to have the Trebs inside of the 6 and the 9 as well, right? That's the best way to properly space it. Also, if we're talking about fairness, this is some extra space for Gray to run into. So that, oh, it makes sense. He made the arenas. 6 has more space. Oh, you cheater. Also, Gray's Treb is closer to the king. Gray's like, let's give him no time to try and dispute any of this. Okay, let's attack in 5 seconds. And he misclicked or double fired or something. What's happening? And okay, good micro so far. Oh, it was very close on the left side. Volley here from Gray. Okay, see you guys in 3 hours. Oh, we almost ran into it. I was never going to leave. This is cheating, man. This is cheating. Talk about a home field advantage. The closer the Treb is, the more accurate it is. And Teals is too big. Which is true. Okay. Peak Age of Empires here. Yes. They continue. Gray says yes. Gray acknowledges that as he runs into the little corridor he made for himself. Stop? Question mark? Okay. Well, hey, guys. At the oh! Oh! Wee! Did you see that? Oh, man. That would have been dramatic. Well, listen. If you look at all professional sports, you know, they all started off with different sized goals or different sized balls or different rules. They're just trying to figure out the best way to do this. We need to make smaller, says Emperor in a Bucket. All right, so here come the villagers to do the job. We're going to go to halftime here. Gray, you locked the gate on yourself here, so you're going to have to unlock that to get that villager in. And now we have Palisades, which is closing things off. Hey, dude, I'll respect your great help. I'll respect your great help. Oh, man, I don't know. Like, the form of your really has me confused. Hope to play with you sometime. Aww. Like a 2v2 game? Is that what they're talking about? Grace is same. Ah, this is what community games are all about. Friendship that will last for a lifetime. GG and well done. Grace still wants to play the game. I think Teal's like, dude, I gotta go eat. It's dinner time. And Teal just resigns. Great game. Fantastic game. Well played to these two. Obviously, they both deserve the victory. Again, I think if they were to fight, it would have taken a very long time. It would have been hard for both players to finish each other off. I think I would have preferred Teal slightly. But how are you going to push that many castles, right? It's a great move from them. I said a lot of the words I needed to say. I felt like it was a great overall Diplo game. There were some instances, of course, where some people are going to feel a little hard done by. I need to think of a new phrase because it seems like nowadays there's always just one person who just gets killed off early. Before it was like, okay, team versus team. No, it's like one team decides to just take out what they consider to be a weak link. In this game, it was Robert the Moose. I kind of felt bad for Robert because I think he was trying to help somebody. If I recall, I think he was trying to defend Teal, and then Gray and Orange came in and killed him. So, I mean, that kind of sucked. And I guess there was a similar thing for Real Fluff Bucket a little later on, but not really. At that point, Fluff and Daniel just couldn't coordinate quite as well as maybe they needed to there. T90, read what Puppy Saturation just wrote. What did Puppy Saturation write? Can you type it again, Puppy? Yeah, we'll look at the resource count here. And the KD. 3,300 kills for Gondir. That's not too bad. What else do we have out here? Well, not surprised to see the Malay players so low with the kills. Would make sense. That was pretty impressive, actually, from Red as well. And Sally, you know, I think most impressive thing about Sally's play was the reboom later, because that was awkward. Resources brought in. A lot of stone there for John. John had so much gold in this game, but Emperor in a Bucket had more. Because of that trade. Same with Teal there. Their trade profit was... Okay, I thought that was trade profit. That made no sense. Relic gold obviously helps. There should be trade profit somewhere. Why is it not? Am I blind? Oh, it's right here. Funny. Yeah, 170,000 trade profit. Puppy says, I've modified a 2 worlds map to divide the world into 4. 2v2 is in Arabia. 2v2 in Arena works for 8 players. It's called 4 worlds. What? All right. I wasn't sure what exactly your message was, but I wasn't expecting that. Not sure if there's anything else I should sum up here, but if you watch this, whether it was live or on video, thank you very much. Love to have you guys listening in. Fantastic game there of Age of Empires 2. Well played, everybody.